Show with Dr. David Levy, gerontologist, a non-clinical, practical problem-solving solution that every family caregiver needs. Heard Monday nights at 6:30 on 1470 WWNN.
Times are tough, and right now those in the commercial world know that being heard via advertisements is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. Amp2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen over and over again, making commercial platforms more usable. Call 866-224-5422. Toll free 866-224-5422. Amp2.tv, the first and only internet television network that's truly plugged in. 866-224-5422. That's AMP2.TV. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to Santori & Sons, the show where society's past, present, and future are viewed and explained through the eyes of three different aged mindsets. The show discusses society's past woes, present problems, and how the future will affect all generations to come. Be part of the show by calling in at 888-565-1470, or while watching them on amp2.tv, join the chat room. And now, here's Santori & Sons.
Good morning, good evening, Boca. That's because I do the show on Friday mornings. This is Fred Santori on Santori & Sons with Freddy Fixit Style. And today we have half the crew. Today I got my son with me, Freddy J. How you doing, Freddy?
Good. How are you?
And Freddy's playing with his new phone, so he's not paying any attention to me.
I have an update. There's an issue at Comcast at the moment, so some people will not be able to see the show on our AM2.tv, but you'll be able to watch it later on if you can hear us. And if you can't hear us, call in 888-565-1470.
That's right. And if you can't see us and you go on amp2.tv, then call in and complain. Maybe we can send a letter to Comcast. It's a shame because, you know, we're doing a lot of work with Comcast right now. So we can't say anything.
Yeah, we can't say anything, but you guys can.
Tonight, Liz, Breakit Down Becker, I think she can hear us. She's out being a mommy tonight, taking care of some business. She's going to call in at the bottom, top of the hour, actually at 1:45, because she wants to do some sets and talk about some things she's doing. In about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to have a call from our friend in Boston. Jeff Santos is going to give us an update on political corner life. So tonight is just me and
me,
the one they call Mr. J.
Mr. J.
Mr. J. And
follow me on Twitter, FJ Santori.
Oh, please, somebody follow him on Twitter.
Somebody follow me. I need more followers.
As a matter of fact, what I want to try tonight is a little bit different. If you tweet something, we'll say it up on the air, a question or comment or whatever, and we'll put it up on the air. We want to see how far our signal is reaching across America and the world, and everybody that has a laptop.
Or at least see like who's paying attention. I don't know.
Who's paying attention? Well, I know that I've been haven't been on Facebook recently. I haven't done the social media stuff because we've been so busy. We are opening the Fountains Network up in Boynton Beach and Jog Road, so we want people to come down to the mall and see the studio. And we're putting together shows, and we're looking for people to come in and win some prizes. We have Lucille's Ribs. Is that
Lucille's?
Right next to us? Lucille's, yeah. Lucille's.
I haven't eaten there yet. We should go tomorrow.
I eat there with Linda. We should go there tomorrow.
All you can eat ribs on Tuesday is what I saw. It?
Yeah. And also Linda Harmon, our executive producer, is home sick. She has the flu. So if she had a car accident, then she has the flu. She's taking medication and she's feeling better, but I guess she had a little relapse, so she's not with us. So Linda get better quickly. Just been that kind of week.
It's just started. It's Monday. What do you mean?
For you, it's just started.
The week has just started.
We had a shoot at the new place. We were actually doing something for a company that we have under contract, and unfortunately, one of our people on the show sort of couldn't do it and walked out the set. So it's been a real strange week, to name the least. But and nonetheless, AMP2.TV Productions is open for business. Our number is 866-224-5422. 866-224-5422. Let us put your production together. We are now completely up for commercials and shows, whether it's TV, radio, internet, whatever it is that you need. Give us a holler, 866-224-5422. All right, Mr. Yu, we're going to be calling, hopefully get a call from Jeff Santos in a little bit. But you want to do some in the news?
Well, I just want to talk about my new Samsung Galaxy S4
here
phone.
we go. And to be honest with you, I got the same thing. I don't like it.
Well, he doesn't like it because he feels like he's carrying around a brick all the time. But I love it. It's really easy to use. Well, I've been playing with it only for a couple of days, so I don't know everything it can do, but I love that the front camera and the back camera, and also you can put all these apps on it. It comes loaded with all these apps, and I don't know. I think it's a great phone, and I'm enjoying every second.
I think the phone is way too big. It's bulky.
You'll get used to it.
The clip that it comes with, I don't know if he bought me the wrong clip. I can't get the phone out in time to answer it. So for all of you that I have not picked up the phone for, I'm sorry.
Very quick. He's not very quick at the draw there.
Well, you can't. It doesn't slide in and out. You sort of have to wrestle with it. So
that's so you don't drop the phone. It's very sturdy.
I'm probably gonna end up cracking the thing.
Well, no, if you can't crack these. These are outer boxes.
Believe you me, I'll find a way. But anyway, in the news, we got anything cooking? You got anything going on? I know that we had a sports story. I saw what happened with Alex Rodriguez. And did you hear about why he got plunked yesterday in the Boston game?
No, I did not. I watched a little bit of it. I was out, as you know. I went to the beach yesterday. Got a little tan. You got a little tan. we went to a bar afterwards. We were watching the Yankee game. They were playing the Red Sox.
But do you have any idea of what happened? Why?
No, I just saw he threw at him. He hit him, and then.
But do you know why?
No, not really.
Well,
does it matter? It's just a rivalry.
Oh no, it matters. It matters. Apparently, it has nothing to do with the rivalry. Apparently, this guy who pitches a nobody. The guy who hit him is a nobody. The reason he hit him, and this is what I was trying to verify today, is because Rodriguez is a snitch, and Major League Baseball players don't like Rodriguez. He's going to get hit a lot.
Well, he has like a 211 game suspension coming his way at the end of his appeal process.
Well, he better take out some life insurance because everybody's going to hit Rodriguez.
I think he's done. I don't think he's coming back after this 211 game suspension.
It's
done. He can't play anymore.
He actually snitched out some players on the drug front, and a lot of people. But that's why he got hit. That's the only reason. And what's happening? He also
hit a home run later on. So I think.
Well, he got the last laugh because he hit the ball out the park. But the bottom line here is, from what I read, I don't know how true it is that he's gonna get hit a lot. And what the Yankees running onto the field, what that was all about, was because they wanted to retaliate for his snitchness.
Oh well.
All right. Let's move on to, because we only have a 30-minute deal here.
Well, there's a tweet from my brother.
And what's the tweet?
He said, "Dad has a big head on the internet." That's what No, he said your head looks even bigger on the internet, and he's talking to me. So
there you go. All right, so we have on the air, we have Jeff Santos from Boston. Jeff, are you there?
I am indeed.
How are you, my friend? Can you hear us?
How you doing, Freddie?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. A-Rod is a fool, but he beat the Red Sox last night, so I got to give him that.
Well, you know something? If you're going to hit him so he can't get up.
And the funny thing is they hit him in the left cheek
His right cheek hurt.
No, and I just wanted to, the steroid joke. You get shot up in the butt, and that's
why they hit him. Wait, did you hear that they hit him because he's a snitch and all the ball players are mad at him?
Well, I've heard a couple of things. There was a report earlier that Ryan Dempster, when he was with the Cubs, had to do some promotional event, and apparently A-Rod didn't show up or dissed him during the event, one or the other. And apparently Dempster's held this against him. The interesting thing about this is Big Papi, David Ortiz, who loves everybody, but he went out with A-Rod on Saturday night. They went out in the town to some great restaurants. So there's not a lot of, animosity in that clubhouse for A-Rod. I think it's a Dempster thing, from what I've been able to hear.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the Yankees, so he can hit them all day long.
Well, I don't have an ounce of love for the Yankees. They've spoiled too many an autumn for me, but I think it was stupid for Dempster to sort of go after him the second time. Once you miss them, let it go and move on. It was more important for them to beat the Yankees last night than anything else.
Well, what I read today was that apparently a lot of people are going to be hitting A-Rod because they were upset that he was a snitch and
he was.
He's a mess.
Fool as well.
Yeah, he's a mess. But anyway, Jeff, how are you doing? How is the political? Give us some insight. What's going on politically?
Well, I think it's fascinating. It's also a culmination in the 50th anniversary march on Washington Martin Luther King did in August of 1963. It's coming up this weekend on Saturday in D.C. And yesterday, of course, the president, first African-American president, was returned from vacation only to see more vitriol from the Republicans. But I went to see a great movie, which I would tell your entire audience to go spend the $10 or $15, whatever it costs these days, in Florida and around the country to see a movie. See The Butler. It's a great history of the 20th century on how African Americans and Americans changed for the better. And we need to get better. And we've been really, I think, this Trayvon Martin thing to me was a black eye for America, for Florida. And I think we need to move forward. And I'm hoping that this anniversary of sorts brings back some positive memories, not only for African Americans, but for everybody. I mean, we all understand that we all came from somewhere, unless you're a Native American, you're on a boat or you're on a plane or somehow you crawled across the Rio Grande to get here. And I think that we all need to sort of live together. So I'm hoping that this weekend, that's the big thing, because Washington needs to learn from people outside government. One of the big parts of the movie was the civil rights movement that pushed Johnson and Kennedy for civil rights action. It wasn't politicians all of a sudden coming up with a great idea, we need this and that. It was people protesting, people dying in the streets in Selma, and those are things that we don't want to do anymore. We don't want to see anybody die. We've already had enough. We saw Trayvon Martin die. But we need to have some more action here, and hopefully some of these marches and some of the other rallies that we're going to have, that you're going to see over the coming months, will get people to see more. I think we need it.
Excellent, Jeff from Revolution Radio. Jeff, why don't you give us your, because we're going to be filming you, and if you go on am2.tv right now, even though we have some Comcast problems, but if you go on there, you're going to actually see the same picture that we're going to be streaming across Jeff Santos' website. So, Jeff, why don't you give us that information, how people can begin to see, hopefully by next week, the website, times.
Yes, exactly. And Freddie, thanks to you and to all your team down there in South Florida. It's been so fantastic trying to get back to do this online video stuff. It was great. We did it a couple of months back in 12 during the campaign. He went down to the convention with me. But we're really excited about this. Starting on September 3rd, we'll be back live on from 3 to 6 on RevolutionRadioNetwork.com, our website, streaming audio, streaming video, anywhere around the world, thanks to our good friend, of course, at AMP3, Freddy's site, and it's going to be fantastic. You get to interact. You can call in. 877-711-5611 is the phone number to do so. You can also, of course, email me, Jeff@revolutionboston.com. We have a Twitter and a Facebook. That's Jeff Santos Show, is at Jeff Santos Show on Twitter. So these are all ways to get in touch. And if you have something to say, whether you agree with me as a liberal progressive, one of the few out there, great. If you disagree, I love to argue with you. It's all good. We all love to do it. Nobody gets hurt.
Excellent.
pilot.
Excellent, Jeff. Thank you for calling in, and we'll get that started hopefully by the end of the week and get you up and going by next week. I know you're going to be taking some time off, but we'll do some test runs. Jeff Santos, right. Revolution Radio, correct?
That's right, RevolutionRadioNetwork.com.
Excellent. All right, my friend, I will be talking to you soon.
Freddie, thank you so much. All the best down there in South Florida, guys. Take care.
All right, Boston. I'll talk to you later. All right, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Let's put Liz. Let's put Liz. Breakit Down Becker. Liz, you're on there.
Hello, boys. You miss me.
Who's this?
How quickly we forget.
Forgot about me already.
Never.
I thought distance makes the heart grow fonder.
It does. I'm lost. I just took care of a reality. I think I'm setting in with some mental illness.
Well, you got my voice. That's all you got today, so hopefully that'll do.
That's good. Your son got the better half of the deal, yes?
Yes, of course. Listen, it's the first day of school, chaos, a lot of craziness. So it was rough for me to head up there today, but I'm here now. So why don't we talk about awkward moments?
She loves the awkward moment. All right, let's jump into awkward moment. This
First
is where a
day of
little
school,
music will go.
Awkward moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had one. It was probably about a week and a half ago that I forgot to mention last week. So I'm in the mall, and from a distance, I saw somebody that I thought was a good friend of mine that I hadn't seen in a couple of months. So I started waving as I'm walking towards them, trying to get their attention. And the closer I got, as I'm violently waving, I noticed that it wasn't them. Now, this person had already noticed that I was waving at them. So at that point, you keep walking towards them to just let them know that you got the wrong person, or do you just turn around and jet?
No, you just turn around and run.
Nah, I say, oh my God, I got the wrong person.
But the thing is that they were far enough for me that I wouldn't say, be able to say wrong person. I'd have to walk towards them, either turn around or walk. I ended up walking towards them.
Did they wave back?
Sorry. What?
Did they wave back initially?
They were looking, trying to understand what I was waving at. You know when you do that wave and people look behind to see if you're waving at them or somebody else?
Oh, and there was nobody behind them, I bet, either.
And I kept going, even more, my hand waving even bigger and higher, over here.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
When I was in college, I used to use that all the time.
What, you waved to random girls and?
No, random girls that I wanted to meet, and they were hot, and I used to say, okay, this is the way to do it. So I used to run up and say, hey, hi, oh my God, I'm sorry, I thought you were somebody else. and then you tell them all this, you're as beautiful as this, and they used to go, really? And I got a few dates out of that craziness.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me a couple of times. Now you're making me think.
There you go. See? They used it. Now, did you use it, or was it used on you?
No, it was used on me, but I'm not going to lie. I've used it a couple of times in my day, in different, oh, you look just, I don't say, oh, I thought you were the person, but I've done the, you look just like so-and-so, type thing.
Liz, Breakit Down Becker, enhanced NLP training. Enhanced NLP training has something coming up soon, don't you?
Yeah, we have training coming up in October, our Communications Essentials training, as well as our Advanced Communication Essentials. It's awesome training for anybody that's looking for personal and professional development in reference to communications, both communication within yourself, understanding how your mind works, and then becoming more flexible in your communication with others. As I mentioned last week, we spoke at the DRC in Orlando for mediators and attorneys, and it was just amazing. And it's incredible how, there's so many basic things that we should know, and especially at our ages, and we don't know, and we don't incorporate into our work, and it's just easy stuff to learn. I mean, the training's not easy. It's fun. It's, a lot of information. It's very hands-on. But the concept of everything and what you need to know is just stuff that we should be doing already and should know. So,
well, let me ask you a question. I was asked on my brand new phone that I don't know how to work, but I was asked, do you do the training? Can the training be used also for different purposes besides business? Can it be used? Can it be used to get more I guess they mean what they're talking about. It's getting more secure about the most security about themselves and whether or not that will help them to meet people.
Absolutely. We have a lot of people that come for the training just for personal development for situations like that they're going through some kind of transition and they need to get into certain emotional states. I mean, if you have a problem with confidence, right, and you're afraid to approach someone, that's putting you in an emotional state. Let's say you want to approach somebody, but you're fearful. Well, being fearful and being in that, it's a state that you're in. And that state that you're in of being fearful, whether it stems from being not confident and having insecurities, it's still a state. So in order to be able to overcome that state, you have to understand why this representation in your mind of approaching that person is creating that state. And learn how to change that so that when you have a representation in your mind that you want to actually approach a person, whether it be female, male, opposite sex, a business contact, networking, then you have the ability to create whatever emotional state you want to be in and connect it to those two things, to that representation.
Well, you see, now Freddie can use that.
Absolutely.
So I have a reality dream coming up. We do a reality show with a bunch of shy kids, college kids.
Uh-huh.
And then we put them through NLP training.
Wait a minute.
We don't show that. You are shy.
I'm on the radio. I'm on TV.
No. It's a different type of shy. Then we'll see if they can go and meet people. How professional they can meet people. We don't show them the training, of course. We just show them the outcome.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think we may have to do that for the next training. Have a couple of Freddie and a few of his friends. That need
he's got to get a few friends.
I got to make a few friends.
That's the problem.
Well, you can make them on the radio and TV. You have no problem with that.
You have it. Call in.
Friends none of them will go.
Call in 888-565-1470. You want to be on a reality show,
or you want to be my friend?
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be Freddie's friend, we already know that all the girls in your area have your phone number because of your father. So now everybody who's listening. You have a new way of making friends too, not just dating.
Isn't that sad? His father gave out his number.
I go everywhere I go. They all have mine. It's my picture's on the wall. Have you seen this person?
I seen it in the bathroom, but that's another story.
That's a little scary.
No wonder he's not making friends. He's just thinks they're all going to recognize him from the phone number in the bathroom, for a good time call Freddy J.
Where are you putting my number? Everywhere in the stalls?
That's not me. I'm saying I found it there.
Yeah, you found it there. I didn't put it there.
It says I went to enhance NLP training.
But I like that idea. I really do. I think we should do something like that.
I think that's a reality show in the making. All right. What other awkward moments do you have? I have one I'd like to share.
Oh, God.
Okay. What do you do? And we got 5 minutes. What do you do if you go to a mall or something and somebody comes out of the bathroom and they have a tail sticking out of their dress or pants?
Nothing. I just laugh or take a picture.
Do you put it on Twitter. Do you go over and tell them they have something stuck on there?
Yeah, it depends. Is the girl cute? Then maybe.
Suppose it's a guy.
I don't feel comfortable going up to a guy and say, "Listen, you got something sticking out of your pants."
So you would just let him continue to walk around like that?
I think someone else can handle that job.
Wow. Unreal. And you, Liz, what would you do?
Well, it depends on the person. If there's a lot of people around and I could actually step on the piece of paper really nonchalantly, so as they're walking, it'll just come off of them, I would do that without even telling them. But
so, wait a minute. You're gonna step on the tail. You don't even know what that was. What are you gonna step on the tail for?
Well, if it's hitting the ground, then obviously it's really long. By that point, it should be the clean part of it.
Oh, Lord.
What if it's a short tail? And it's only...
No. Suppose you can't step on it. Jeez.
Then I would tell them. I would obviously tell them. What about if the dress is stuck in their underwear? I've seen that many times.
I've seen that.
And I've told women. I've stopped them. And I think it actually has happened to me.
I guess the lesson of the day is, before you leave the bathroom, make sure you don't have any tails.
Look in the mirror.
Exactly. But I love how you call it tails. That's just so appropriate. Not toilet, but, toilet paper stuck in your butt. It's tails. Now, proper version.
We'd like to be a little sophisticated on the show.
That is a little awkward.
So sophisticated.
And I've seen that, and it has happened to me once in my life as well.
It's probably happened to almost everyone.
And
I have a better way to prevent that. Just don't use the bathroom in public places.
That works too.
Yeah, that's the best way to never have
sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go.
What about if you go to Atlantic Avenue? There's a place that we go up there, and the women jump in the men's bathroom because the women's line is too long. So guys use the stall, and the women sit in the john, and nobody seems to say anything.
Sit in the john.
It is disgusting, but I've actually had to use a male's bathroom a few times because
you used the bathroom a few times in your life, or you mean a men's bathroom?
No, men's bathroom. I've had to go because there was too long of a line for the women's bathroom, and there was no line for the men's bathroom because you guys are much quicker, obviously.
Yeah, we're in.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think about when you're sitting there in the men's bathroom?
Okay, first of all, this is getting too graphic right now, but women can also, they don't have to sit down. Let's just put it that way.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
So, yes. Well, now you just learned something new.
I'm telling you, I'm getting educated.
Educated.
So what do you do when you're standing there like a man over the jar?
I'm not going to get graphic on you.
Draw us a picture.
Do you have stick figures?
We don't have to sit on the toilet also. And most women don't. At least clean women.
Now, let me ask you a question. All women can stand? Because I heard that ain't true.
Sure. All women can stand.
Our executive producer's not here tonight. I would have asked her.
We're just facing a different way than you guys are when we're standing.
That doesn't sound very healthy. But I do understand that not all women can stand because sometimes, guys have problems going straight as well. It's all over the place.
I guess you'd have to master the talent. Maybe there are women that are, have difficulties.
There are women that shoot better than men, I guess.
I feel bad for them. They're very limited in that case.
Wonderful.
How did this conversation get to this point?
I don't know, but thank God we've run out of time, hon. We will catch you next week. Facebook is Enhanced NLP Training, or is it Liz Becker?
On Facebook, Enhanced NLP Training, and the website is enhancednlp.com. And you can also find out more about me at meetlizbecker.com.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you for calling in. We will talk to you next week.
Okay, boys. Miss you. See you next week.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys, boys and girls, show is over. AMP2.TV, 866-522-5422 is the number. Call AMP2.square and get us to do some production for you. Say goodnight.
Follow me on Twitter. Good night.
You've been listening to Santori & Sons, the show where society's past, present, and future are viewed and explained through the eyes of three different age mindsets. Remember, you can view the show at amp2.tv. And tune in again next time here on WNN for more Santori & Sons. The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.